Some of you may remember a while back that I made a video on a bunch of abandoned websites I found, and those websites were created in the 90s and abandoned in the 90s, and some of you may remember in that video that I promised that I'll eventually make a video dedicated to websites that have been abandoned since the 2000s. Well, that video finally came, and I don't know if anyone has really been hyped for that video, but here it is anyway. I want to make it. As a lot of you know, I have an interest in abandoned websites. Why? Well, it's kind of hard to explain. I kind of like seeing these old websites, how the internet was before I was born and shit like that. It's fascinating, alright? So anyway, the websites I'm showing off in this video have either been created in the 90s and abandoned since the 2000s, or created in the 2000s and have been abandoned since the 2000s. My cutoff year is 2010. I don't give a shit if the website was abandoned on like January 1st, 2010. I'm still not going to let it in this video because I consider that the 2010s, obviously. So anyway, any website that has been abandoned after 2009, I'm not going to show off. Maybe someday I'll make a video about websites that have been abandoned in the 2010s, maybe in the new decade, I don't know. But for now, enjoy some websites that have been abandoned since the 2000s. These are 10 websites, and these websites are not in any particular order. It's not from newest to oldest or oldest to newest, none of that. It's just a bunch of websites I came across and I think are interesting enough to show in this video. Anyway, for real now, let's begin. Number 10, David Bowie fan page. This David Bowie fan page gives you the latest David Bowie news, the latest David Bowie news up until January 22nd, 2001, and then after that, no one was posting there anymore and the website just kind of died. Why? I don't know. I guess whoever owned it just lost interest in it or whatever, which is a shame because I'm sure this website could have had a lot to offer about David Bowie, especially in the past few years. And especially after he died. I am still not over that. I love the fuck out of David Bowie's music. I don't think I've ever really talked about this in any of my videos, really, but I love David Bowie's stuff. I really do. Well, mostly his late 60s to 70s stuff. Everything after that, I'm kind of like half and half on. I'm not a big fan of all the stuff he did after the 70s, but his early work, holy shit, it was so fucking good. Every early album he did, I loved so much. And I'm going to give some of his newer stuff, kind of. I guess you can call newer stuff. I like his latest album. I like the album he put out before he died. But everything after the 70s, the 80s albums, the 90s albums and such, I want to give them a try. I mean, I have in the past, but I wasn't really that crazy about them. But I really do want to give them a shot. But this video isn't about David Bowie, and I don't want to get into all of that here. This website was created in 1995 and abandoned since 2001. Number 9, Hypo Hero. No joke, the person who made this website actually thinks they're a superhero, or did think they were a superhero. I mean, I just can't help but break down laughing. When I first went on this website, it was linked on a subreddit. When I first came across this website and went and accessed it, I just could not stop laughing at that picture. I mean, just look at the picture. The guy thinks he's a superhero, and that's his superhero attire. I mean, come on. You can't tell me that's not comedy gold. But anyways, once you enter this website, you find out a lot about this guy. He has a whole FAQ page about him. He talks about all the galaxies and universes and other worlds he saved and shit like that. He talks about his inventions, his powers, and a lot of things along those lines, and it's just, honestly, it's an interesting read, I guarantee you that. This website has been abandoned since 2002. Wouldn't be surprised if this guy jumped off a building thinking he would fly. Whoa, what's this? Well, this is an Italian porn site from 1995 with a bunch of links that I really, really don't trust. But some of those links lead to pornographic imagery of girls, very, very poor quality images of naked girls, and they're very grainy and shit. Trust me, it's really nothing that exciting. But hey, if you want to jack off to some porn from the 90s, go knock yourself out. It's linked in the description along with all the other websites. So this website was created in 1995 and abandoned since 2009, but obviously they didn't really change anything of the site in 2009 because obviously it looks like a website from 1995. Anyway, Number 7, Shay St John.com. easily the creepiest site on this list. If you go on the website, you'll see what I'm talking about. The website talks to you. There's a whole bunch of creepy videos on it. Creepy songs, creepy recordings, and shit like that. There's a whole story revolving around this website, the Shay St John story. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with that, or at least have seen the Shay St John video. So I'm not gonna go in depth on that in this video. All of you can go check it out if you're interested. But I will say this: the creator of this website is dead. So that really, really contributes to the creepiness of this website. This website has been abandoned since 2001. Number 6, Predator Sounds. This website is funny for all the wrong reasons because, well, it has a whole bunch of Predator sound effects, and the sound effects are really, really low quality, and, well, they're not really that good. But, well, can you really blame the site? I mean, look at the date it was abandoned on. But, anyways, any of you are familiar with the Predator movies? Because I am not. I've seen fuck all of the movies. I have not seen any of them, and I know nothing about the Predator series or the Predator character, none of that, so I really know nothing about the movie series. If it is a series, I don't know. That's really how much I know about the Predator. I just know it by the name. That's it. Do I really need to say when this website was abandoned? Number 5, Gamecubicle, giving you the latest GameCube news. Well, latest up until 2004. That was when this website was abandoned. It's really interesting looking at this site and looking at the, well, quote-unquote latest GameCube news, at least latest at the time. And, hearing all this shit about the GameCube, and I love the fuck out of the GameCube, alright? I'm sure a lot of you know this. It was my first game console ever, and my GameCube has a lot of memories attached to it. Well, I don't have the same GameCube I had when I was little, but I do have a GameCube, and I love the fuck out of it. Oh, and one more thing. Fuck playing GameCube games on the Wii. With that said, let's move on. Number 4, Rotten.com. A website that is really not for the faint of heart or those with a weak stomach. It is a gore website and gives you the latest gore news, and it shows you gore pictures. It even has fucking gore porn. It's a really, really disgusting and disturbing website, but the website has been abandoned since 2006, so now the website just kind of exists. And, well, no one's really... I don't know if you can really contribute to it. I don't know if you can make an account on the site. I don't believe you can, since I haven't found any way to make one. Not that I'm actually interested, but... yeah, this site exists. If any of you have a serious gore fetish, which I really do question you as a human being, but anyways, if any of you have a gore fetish, then, yeah, this site is heaven for you. But for us normal people, yeah, stay the fuck away from this website. Number 3, Psyduck's Pokemon Planet, another website that gives you the latest news on something, and in this case, it's of course Pokemon. The thing I find funny about this site is read the little article thing that's there. And next week we'll have 3 new episodes. Expect my episode guide to be updated. Yeah, that never happened because look at the date this was posted. I kind of wonder, why do these people abandon their websites even after they promise something's going to happen and then it just never happens, and not 16 years later, 17 years later, it's still just frozen in time, and that thing never happened. Again, I just wonder, why do these people abandon these websites? I mean, I feel like this website could have had a lot of potential. It's pretty well made for a website that has been abandoned since 2000. I will give it that. So, yeah, and also there are a few other entries on this website, and the guy is like, oh, I'm sorry I've been gone for so long, because a few times this website has been abandoned for a brief period of time, and the guy was like, I'm sorry I haven't been posting here, I promise I'll be active, and look, he just disappears for 17 years. Imagine the guy just makes a comeback out of nowhere. That'll be funny, but anyways, let's move on. Number 2, CatDog's first fan site. Ooh, special. I never really cared about CatDog, to be honest. Well, I kind of liked it when I was little. I haven't seen it since I was little, so who knows, maybe I'd like it now if I gave it a shot, but for now, it's a cartoon I never really gave a shit about, and this is another website that gives you the latest news on something, well, as of 2004. And speaking of that, do I really need to tell you when this website was abandoned? Really? Number 1, Jesse Camp's World. Don't ask me who the fuck Jesse Camp is, because I hardly know. I looked him up just now, and apparently he's a musician, and he was on a contest, beating out 5,000 other people, and he won that contest or whatever. I don't know, I didn't really spend that much time researching him, because quite honestly, I really, really don't care. But this is a website dedicated to quote-unquote the sexiest man on TV. So obviously some horny girl made this site, and this website has been abandoned since 2001. And we're not done yet. I'm going to show you one bonus site that I'm not going to add on this list. Oh, good old reliable CNN. They totally report on real news and have a squeaky clean reputation and have never, ever blackmailed a person because they made a meme that hurt their fifis. Anyway, this particular section of CNN hasn't been updated since 2001 for whatever reason. I don't know why. And the reason this didn't make the list is because this list is, of course, about abandoned websites, and the CNN website as a whole isn't abandoned, just this one section. But I felt like this is cool to show off because it's interesting. This one section is frozen in time, frozen in 2001, and they never felt the need to update it or remove it or whatever. They just leave it here, frozen in time. And it's kind of fascinating, it really is. It is cool to see the CNN website, how it looked in 2001. So anyways, that's it. So those were 10 websites plus a bonus that have been abandoned since the 2000s. I had a lot of fun making this video, and all websites are linked in the description, plus the bonus thing I showed in the video, and the subreddit where I found a bunch of these websites, and a website that holds so many abandoned websites. It's literally an abandoned website gold mine. So I'm going to link both of those in the description, and I even contribute to the subreddit from time to time. So if you go on that subreddit regularly, you might see me pop up there from time to time. I'm not on there all the time. It's kind of rare when I'm on there, but I do post on there every so often. And for those of you who care, which are probably very, very few of you, I'm going to make a sequel to my video about websites that have been abandoned since the 90s. When will that come out? No fucking idea, but it will come out someday. There will probably be a year gap in between videos like there was with this one, but trust me, it will come, I promise. But for now, that's all I have to show off. Bye-bye.